pretending to be disinterested. The teams gathered on the court. Someone's ball came from under the basket, and Ronnie cupped it, spun it behind his back, and flipped it underhanded to Q. He caught it with both hands. Q held the ball for a moment, gentle, as if it was a prayer offering a thin, suppressed smile on his lips. Adrenaline surged through Ronnie's chest. "Ready?" Q said softly. In the summer of 1998, on the rare times when Ronnie came home and found his father both there and awake, the old man was usually in the living room looking at his coins. His albums of coins were slim leather books that were strategically displayed next to his mother's expensive, shiny coffee table books. They continued to hold his father's attention, even when Ronnie banged into the room. He wondered when his father had last rotated them. He seemed to swap out his display albums with the ones stored in his basement workshop at least once a month. Neither Ronnie nor his mother understood this obsession, but they did understand the angry, satisfied look chiseled on his father's face. This was the side of his father, distant, quiet, that Ronnie most feared. "How was basketball?" His father remained hunched over his coins. "Good." It didn't matter if he prattled on for 10 minutes or gave a one-word answer. His father wasn't really listening. "Working on my left hand. You know, new stuff." His father hummed in agreement, turned a page. "Mom home?" The smile vanished. "Of course not." "How does tuna casserole sound for dinner?" "That's cool." His father's love of tuna was yet another mystery. "Mom coming home?" "We might eat in front of the television tonight. Is that okay with you?" He shrugged, even though his father wasn't looking at him. His father gnashed his teeth, tipped up his jaw, and ran a palm down the length of his neck. He had been a three-sport athlete in high school, and his arms retained a ropey muscularity. His calf muscles bulged over his socks from his days as a long-distance runner. But shirts, no matter how small, draped off his torso, and when they used to take beach vacations, Ronnie always marveled at his father's pale, concave chest. His father had a receding hairline but thick hair, unremarkable glasses, and the glazed expression of a man who had found life to be perpetually disappointing. By contrast, his mother's fairness, her skin almost porcelain, made her seem otherworldly. She was a woman that always wore dresses with her toenails painted, her makeup minimal and flawless. When Ronnie was a child, she always seemed to be there. Basketball games, school plays, Cub Scouts. But lately, like his father, she had become prone to staring off into space, unblinking and unhearing, and she would let the cigarette at the end of her fingers burn itself down to a sliver of ash. Ronnie couldn't remember anything that had actually happened between his parents, just a gradual sense that they were unhappy. Every word they spoke to each other was tinged with a hidden, hateful meaning. When all of them were home, his parents managed to never be in the same room together, let alone on the same floor. In 1998, even though they had lived there for 3 years, Ronnie still thought of it as the new house. It was too big for them. It had 4 bedrooms, even though Ronnie didn't have any siblings. His parents found ways to not be home in the evenings. His father started working out at the local gym, spent Friday nights playing poker with his co-workers, took up golf, went to movies by himself. His mother, who once had never worked, kept busy with substitute teaching, book clubs, an over 30 women's soccer team, PTA meetings, volunteering at the library, until all these activities weren't enough. Last year, she landed an entry-level position with Provident Bank. Ronnie and Q had been friends since kindergarten. Their desks were paired together, and since neither boy's parents had provided them with the complete list of new materials for their school years, they shared pencils, markers, erasers, glue sticks, scissors. They even used the same 3-ring binder. During the second week of school, a group of first graders, both black and white, surrounded Q on the playground, towering over him and jabbing at him with their fingers, mocking his voice. It had too many strange inflections to be white, but there were hints of something musical, something foreign. All the kids knew was that Q didn't sound black.